Shalom. Today is January 11th. It is the 97th day of the war between Israel, Hamas, and Hezbollah. And the big news that Israelis are reading is about the Israeli court case in Hague, the International Court of Justice. And we see towards the discussion in Hague, there's some shaking evidence for crimes that Hamas committed. And it says, well, this morning, soon, the discussions in the lawsuit against Israel, this is a lawsuit that South Africa is bringing against Israel. In the Forensic Institute in Israel, they're actually bringing more and more evidence of terrible crimes that Hamas committed. So in the face of the cynical attempt to accuse Israel in war crimes, we see fractures of bones, horrible pictures that reveal the truth, that in fact it was the terrorists that burnt, raped, smashed, ran over, murdered, and disgraced its victims. So this is what pure evil looks like, it reads. This is the main article. This is a very graphic article, also in words, also in images. We see here fractures of bones that the Forensic Institute in Abu Kabir in Israel had to put together to understand who this was. We see electronic cables around arms, that handcuffed arms. It seems like the terrorists just grabbed from the home and ripped apart. We see pieces of burnt bones. And the main headline reads that from the burnt pile, we were able to identify 3 people that were tied together. They were shot and burnt. And these are more and more evidence that are coming in a response of the lawsuit in Hague, lawsuit that's coming from South Africa. And why South Africa? There are questions and answers here because even Israelis don't quite understand this. It speaks about what is this International Court of Justice in Hague, and it answers what is the genocide treaty that actually began after World War II as a response to the Holocaust that the Jewish people went through. How can you prove a genocide? But why is South Africa accusing Israel? And the answer is that legally, South Africa is accusing Israel because this is how they're putting Israel into court. They're forcing Israel to go to court. And politically, South Africa for many years, has always been cooperating with Palestinians in activities against Israel. And this could be also a late response for Israel's support of the apartheid in South Africa many years ago. And another question that is here in the column of questions and answers is what if an order goes against Israel from Hague, and what if Israel will not listen to the Hague order? I like that question. It shows maybe where Israel is leading to. The next headline is about the hostage release deal. There's a Qatar suggestion or a Qatar offer for this deal. And this is it. The outline is this, that in exchange of releasing all of the hostages in different stages, the IDF will have to completely leave the Gaza Strip, and also to depart the Hamas heads, the Hamas seniors, to a place outside of Israel. But Hamas clarifies that its leaders will respond in contempt to this idea of leaving the Gaza Strip. And in this photograph, we see a vigil of so many families of the hostages with many other just Israeli civilians praying for the return of the hostages and the safety of the soldiers in Gaza. Down here, we see a soldier that died, a hero that will not return. His name is Elkanah Neulander, 24 years old, from Efrat. And they say about him that it was important to him to protect the country and its people. And the last small story is about 2 dogs, Casey and Belle, a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old dog. Their owner was murdered on October 7th by Hamas, and they're still looking for new owners. This is a little article searching for a warm and loving family to adopt these dogs. These are the main headlines in the Hebrew newspapers. For more stories, go to allisrael.com or follow us on social media. You can like this video if you liked it, and please share this video with your friends. It's important that this news goes out there where you are. This is Rotem Magen for All Israel News.